Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Halsey here from SlimmandStylish.com. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. It is a product preview from the mini catalogue that goes live on the 5th of January. And I today am using the Forever and For Always photopolymer stamp set that is in the mini catalogue, along with some of the new striped ribbon that is also in the catalogue, and it is just gorgeous. I love it. This is the card that I'm going to be making. I had intended for this to be a light card, and I had started out with a plan of colouring it in with So Saffron and Petal Pink, as I usually do. The majority of my cards are So Saffron and Petal Pink. That last minute I decided, no, I'm going to change it and I'm going to go dark and I'm going to go purples. So I've actually backed this on to Gorgeous Grape. I've used the purple stripe ribbon and I've blended this in with Highland Heather, but I've gone over it a few times to make it really dark, and I quite like it. Up close it looks lovely, but when I put it over the other side of the room it looked 3D, it looked like it was jumping out at me, so I do quite like this card and I'm going to show you how to make it. The Forever and Always photopolymer stamp set is part of a massive great big suite. It is also a bundle with some coordinating dies, and there is also some DSP to match it, but I am just using the stamp set today. The mini catalogue will go live on my store, www.slimmandstylish.stampinup.net, on the 5th of January. So please do pop along and have a look. Everything I'm using today will be available to purchase in my store, and also on the 5th of January celebration starts. So for every £45 that you spend through me, you can get free product. Okay, so let's get started. I have got 4 pieces of cardstock for this project. This one here is my card base. So this is 21 centimetres by 14.85 centimetres. Which is just a piece of A4 card cut in half, dead simple. I've then scored it in half, so I've scored it at 10.5 centimetres, and I've already scored it, so I'm just going to fold it and burnish it, and that there is going to be my card base. Okay. In addition, I have the 3 layers. So first of all, it's the Gorgeous Grape layer. This is 14.25 centimetres by 10 centimetres. The Smoky Slate layer. This is 13.85 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres. And the Whisper White layer, which is 13.25 centimetres by 9 centimetres. So you'll notice 14.85, 14.25. 13.85, 13.25, 10.5, 10, 9.5, 9. So I've just gone down half a centimetre each time. Okay. I'm going to use the white Whisper White and put everything else to the side for a minute. I've also got some scrap copy paper, which I've been using for a few of my projects so far. But I'm just using this to protect my grid paper at the back. Okay. So the stamps you are going to be needing is this big Always, and I love the font for this. I think it's gorgeous. Forever and then you just need the 2 flowers. Okay. My general rule is to start with the biggest stamp, which is the Always, because you can then move things around it if it's in the wrong place. But if you've put the little ones on first and you can't fit the big one in, it's kind of ruined your design. So start off with the Always, and you want to try your best to get this in the middle. Okay. You also want to very much try your best to get it straight. So I'm just going to stamp that down and push it down. You might be best to do this on your Stamparatus so that you can go over it a couple of times to make sure it is definitely black, because you want this to stand out really well. It'll also help with getting it straight. I was just feeling confident today. Plus the fact I think it's just a really nice stamp and it just works really well. So I've done it now 3 or 4 times because I've done another couple of cards and I've never had to re-stamp it. So I suppose I'm getting confident. Okay. You've got the big flower and the little flower. I've got this on a D block and a C block. Now the big flowers go in the corner. Okay, so ink it up. Make sure it's definitely covered in ink. Pop it in the corner, and I'm putting it so that it is just, it'd be easier actually if I stamp it and show you. So I'm trying to get it so that the actual centre of the flower is just in the corner. Okay. You've then got the little one, and you want 2 of these, and you can see through, being photopolymer, you want it to just hang off the paper, but you can see whether it's just touching, and you want it to just touch the flower next to it. Okay, because it is quite tight, so just touching, just touching. And then because you're getting to the corner, you want the big one again. So the big one goes in all 4 corners, the little one goes in between. Okay, and then you can fit a little one in. Just there, and a little one in just there, and then you want to pop them in the corner as well using the big stamp. So I'm going to advise leaving this corner to last. The reason I'm advising leaving this corner to last is if you do need to overlap in this corner, or you do start running out of space, this is going to be where the bow is, so you can always hide up any mistakes. You're obviously not aiming to make a mistake, but just in case you do, it gives you that little bit of leeway. So I'm just going to pop that in there. That one in there, and finally the corner one. There we go. Last but not least is your forever and. So you just want to ink that up and try and pop it as straight as you can over the top of the always. Isn't that lovely? I think it looks really nice just black and white as well. So if you're not a blending fan, you don't have to blend this in. I'm going to, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so I've got 4 different colours. I have got Pretty Peacock Dark, I have got Highland Heather Dark, I have got Highland Heather Light, and I have got Smoky Slate Light. Okay, so for colouring these in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with dark Highland Heather, and I'm actually going to use the brush tip one because I want to get as much colour onto the paper as possible. So the bullet tip is really great if you are trying to control yourself when you're colouring, whereas the brush tip gets a lot more colour onto the card and enables you to build up colour a lot more. And the more times you go over where you are colouring, the darker the colour will be. So I'm going to do it like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the light Highland Heather. I'm going to come across with the bullet tip because I don't want to go over the lines, and I'm just going to colour in the edges there. Okay, light Highland Heather. I'm using the brush tip now so I can get the most amount of colour onto the card, and I'm going to colour down to fill the gap in. And then I'm going to colour up to really get the dark ink starting to blend upwards. I'm not going all the way to the edge, I'm just going part way and starting to spread that ink. Okay, keep going until it's blended in pretty good. And then run the Highland Heather through the centre as well. Okay, last bit is the Dark Pretty Peacock, and I'm going to put that on the bits towards the edge so that the little rose or flower, whichever, I'm not really sure if it's a rose or not, just looks a bit faded towards the edge, like it's a bit weather beaten. And then you're going to come in with the Highland Heather and just blend over that. This is the light, sorry, the light Highland Heather. You're not going to do much blending, you're just going to take a little bit of that colour and blend it into the card. Like that. Okay, and then with the smoky slate, you want to run around the edge of the flower. So you're on the wrong side of it now, you're on the outside, and you're just going to give yourself a border around it. Okay, you're going to stop where it meets other ones, so you're going to continue to go around the outside. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video now. I'm going to colour the rest of them in, and in like 2 seconds for you, because it will be a quick flash and I'll start the next video, I will come back to you with it all coloured in. All right. Okay, so all back, all coloured in and done. And I've gone around all the edges with the smoky slate as well, so it's got that really nice sort of shadow on it. Finally, all I'm going to do is adhere every layer to the next one to create the same sort of framed effect. So first of all, I'm going to use the multi-purpose liquid glue, and oh, come on. Normally I store my multi-purpose liquid glue in my pen caddy that way up, but because I've been using a bit to film today, I've had it that way, so that's why I had to shake it quite a bit to get the glue down. You are better storing it upside down. So I'm just going to pop that onto there, and then I'm going to pop that one onto the gorgeous grape. Like that. And then I'm going to adhere that onto the card. I haven't put anything up on dimensionals. I've done it all flat with Tombow, purely because I felt that there was enough fake 3D going on with the frame and the blends and the smoky slate, and I just thought that it already looks 3D. There's no point in adding more and more and more onto it. I wanted to try and keep it as simple as I could. So there is the fundamental card. The next bit is just a little faux bow with this gorgeous ribbon, and it really is lovely. Okay. Oh, let's just try that again. Okay, there we are. A bit happier with that bow. And then that's just going to stick at the top of the card up there. I'm still not, I say I'm a bit happier, I'm still not fantastically happy with that. There we are. That's better. That's better. I wanted a fat middle, you see. very sizest with the middle of my bows today. A little bit of seal down there, and I'm just going to stick that onto there at the top of the card. And there we go. The Forever and Always card using the Forever and Always photopolymer stamp set from the new mini catalogue. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. All items that I have used on this video are available to purchase from my store www.slimmandstylish.stampinup.net. Alternatively, if you would like a copy of our catalogues, please send me an email to slimmandstylish@live.co.uk or leave me a comment below and I'll get in touch with you. I upload regular content to this channel, so if you do enjoy watching my tutorials, please make sure that you have subscribed and rang the bell to get notifications when new videos go live. Thank you for joining me and have a lovely day.